Ramirez had a tough one. I think Ramirez had a tough one. I saw people say, I don't know if it was his inactivity, but man, we gotta take a look back, man. Ramirez always did have trouble with southpaws, always. Ramirez, he literally always had a trouble with the left hand. He never really could get away from the left hand. The left hand always kind of caught him and stuff like that. So I'm not really. I mean, I'm surprised that he went the distance. I thought he was supposed to stop him, but at the same time, like, man, I know Ramirez, like, he has trouble with southpaws, and this is not new. This has been happening for a long time. He kind of always had a trouble with southpaw fighting.
Talk about Mets getting Independence Day. We can call this Teddy Atlas here in Las Vegas, Nevada. You heard it from the champ himself. Man, we're simply knocking out the competition. Not Rich Ortiz here with the fighter's voice, the only voice that matters. And like Eddie
Lopez, because Josh Taylor is
the 4th division world champion, Mikey Garcia.
Good evening, everyone. I'm your host, Richard Ortiz of the Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters. And I'm like our guest, two-time super lightweight champion of the world, Mr. REGIS PROGRAIS, is our guest today, ladies and gentlemen. Our first segment is sponsored by Red Wave Tattoo in Fresno, California. They got the best tattoos in California. Red Wave Tattoo out of River Park, Fresno, California. So, REGIS, if you want a tattoo, you got to hit up my man Rico, man. He'll take care of you right here.
That's a bet. When I'm in Cali, usually I go to my same dude in New Orleans. But if I'm in Cali, if I'm out that way, I'll give him a chance. He got to have. You see, my ink is kind of clean, so he got to be
He has
he
to
got
be
to be fresh with
precise.
it.
Very precise.
Super
Now, listen,
precise.
before we jump into this, man, there's breaking news, as you know, that they're saying Ryan Garcia tested positive for a banned substance that's been banned since 2008. And, Golden Boy made a statement that they're going to look into this and find out exactly what's going on and comment later. Ryan Garcia also made a comment and
Right.
said, whoever's making these lies, now it's time for me to expose everyone. Hearing this after such
Right.
a big victory, such a high, changing the boxing world and face possibly in the 140-pound division, I just got to ask you, Regis, what's your take on this?
Man, boxing, bro, it's just dirty, bro. It's a dirty game. It's a super, super dirty sport. And when people say that, they don't really understand until you like actually involved in how dirty it is, like how much dirt is really involved in this. And I'm not saying he's cheating. I'm not saying who's cheating. I don't know, bro. Everybody's proven until every time I say everybody's proven, every time everybody's innocent until proven guilty and stuff like that. So I can't really say if he did it or not. I really don't know, bro. But only thing I know is that like the boxing world is like dirty. The boxing world is super shady, it's super dirty, and that's how it is. If you look at, man, I'm a historian of the sport. If you look at, the the early boxing days, you're talking about the 40s, 50s, 60s, all the way maybe 70s and stuff like that. The mob ran it, you know what I'm saying? And now it's just changed. It's not the mob, it's not the so-called mob anymore, but it's just the characters just changed. And that's just how it is, bro. Like boxing it's a real dirty and grimy sport. And um man, I always wanted to be on the clean side. I always looked up to these fighters, and my coach would be like, man, most them dudes, I'll say a name, and I'm not gonna say names right now, but I'll say a name, these great legendary fighters, and my coach would be like, yeah, they was cheating. I never could believe it. Like, I never wanted to believe my idols and stuff like that would be cheating. But most of them, they had something come up in their system that they weren't supposed to be taking or something like that. And it's like, damn, bro, like, who is not cheating? And the more I find out, bro, like, most people are. Like, that's the crazy thing, bro. Most people are cheating in this sport. And I always prided myself on, I don't take nothing. Like, literally, bro, I don't take nothing, bro. I take a protein shake after I work out every day, and that's it. And it's like, damn, like, and my coach, man, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this. I'm like, man, hell no, I'm not taking none of that. I don't even like stuff
Yeah.
that I can take, but I'm like, bro, I'm not taking none of that because I don't want to. I don't know. I looked at myself as being like, I always want to be like clean and pure to the sport. Like, I want to have a clear conscience of what, but it's like, man, most of these guys, they doing something else. They doing something else. And it's like, they might be borderline. It might be like the cheating line is here, and they might be right here, doing something. So, like I said, bro, boxing is dirty.
Can you
bro.
imagine all the tests and all the dirt that went around in the Jack Johnson days or even the Sonny Liston days? We heard different things, from allegedly putting something on the glove and Muhammad Ali's eye to, Jack Johnson, them threatening him if he showed up. And, they had to face adversity anyways, because it was different times. And now people, because of
Hmm.
the money, because of the success, are pressured to not just rely on their talent. It's the few that rely on their talent, such as you, as you stated. Um, you know,
Right,
and Ryan
right.
did say, he was gonna
Hmm.
he's gonna find out who made this allegation, and like you said, innocent until proven guilty.
Right, right. Man, like I said, bro, it's just a, like I said, bro, it's just a dirty game, bro. It really is. Boxing's just a real, real terrible, dirty sport. I love
Yep.
it. I still love it. I hate the business side of things, but I love the fights. I love the fighters and stuff like that. But the business side, bro, like most people are doing some stuff that they're not supposed to be doing, and that's just the reality of, like, the boxing world we live in.
Not only that, it's so close to home. I mean, boxing is dirty. I've always described it. It's a dirty, grotesque sport, but I love it, and they're not going to push me
Mhm.
away from my passion. Yeah, but the business side
Right.
is, you hit it right on there. It's nothing but business. There's no side. It's business. You can leave with a fighter like Don King and come back with the winner, even though that's not the fighter you left with originally. And I'm not saying
Hmm.
that to put Don King on blast, because he's one of the best promoters ever to promote boxing in the early, I mean, in the 80s, in the early 90s. I mean, he hit all his cards were stacked.
Right. Right.
Regis, the
Right.
biggest
Right.
question that's come in today when I said you're going to be on the show is there any way you think possible that Regis ProGrais will be on the August 3rd card in LA?
No, I'm not gonna be on that. No, I'll probably most likely I'll be there. I definitely want to come to it. It's a stacked card. With Crawford, Morrell, who else? A lot of people on that card and stuff like that. So I'm definitely coming. I definitely should be. If I'm not in camp, I definitely should be there. Even if I'm in camp, I definitely should, come to that fight, because I wanna. For me, I want. And the only way I don't come if I'm like, if I have a fight coming up close to it. But most likely, I'll be there. I want to be at that card. I want to see it live. I want to see it in
Yeah.
person. So I'm not gonna. But I don't think I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
Andrew
on it.
Ruiz is also going to be on that card, and Tim Zhu taking on Virgil Ortiz is also going to be on that card. Um,
Hmm.
I know you watched the fight last week, or you stepped outside. You made a comment. You stepped outside, and the Virgil Ortiz fight was already over. What was your
Yeah.
assessment on the main event? Was it a disappointment? Was it a surprise, or is it what you thought it would be?
That was Virgil, right? Virgil was the main. No, you talk about Ramirez.
Yes.
He was the main event. Oh man, I mean, Ramirez had a tough one. I think Ramirez had a tough one. I saw people say, I don't know if it was his inactivity, but man, we gotta take a look back, man. Ramirez always did have trouble with southpaws, always. Ramirez, he literally always had a trouble with the left hand. He never really could get away from the left hand. The left hand always kind of caught him and stuff like that. So I'm not really. I mean, I'm surprised that he went the distance. I thought he was supposed to stop him, but at the same time, like, man, I know Ramirez, like, he has trouble with southpaws, and this is not new. This has been happening for a long time. He kind of always had a trouble with southpaw fighters.
You know, you're being honest. You're not the that's been not the rumor. That's been said over and over again. Um,
Right, right. It's not a
yeah,
woman. It's
no,
not like I'm
no. I
just
mean,
saying stuff.
you're right on.
People
You're
people always said
100%
that
on that.
for people.
Straight up 100% on that.
Right. Yeah.
I know there's a
Hmm.
possibility that I'm hearing he may fight Arnold Barboza for a vacated bout or for a mandatory. If that fight does take place, how do you see that matchup, and how do you see it panning out? As right now, I couldn't even give you an answer.
I still will go with Ramirez. Barboza looked bad. He looked bad. He really did. I mean, I thought Barboza I think he still is better than that. But I think maybe the Golden Boy debut pressure. He didn't look that good. He really did look bad. And I mean, listen, I understand. I talked to Barboza. He wanted to fight me for a while, and he wrote me in my DMs like, man, he wanted to fight me. It'll be an honor to fight you and stuff like that. He wanted to fight, so I don't have nothing really bad to say about him, but I just feel like he really did look bad. He fought, he didn't look good at all. Maybe it was the pressure. The first fight under Golden Boy. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know, but right now I would still lean more towards Ramirez. I mean, they right now. eye test wise, they're really kind of on the same level, but Ramirez has he has more experience. Ramirez was a unified champion. He did hold two belts at one point in time. So I would still lean more towards him because he does have more experience. Barboza doesn't have that championship experience. So I still would lean more towards Ramirez right now if they
That
fought.
was actually Barboza's second debut with Golden Boy. It was Jose's first. Did Barboza look that bad, or was Sean McComb that good?
Maybe both, man. I don't know. I don't know how good Sean McComb is. I really don't know. I don't know how good he is and stuff like that. But I mean, Barboza just really just for him to be the favorite, him to come in and supposed to win, he didn't look good. I really feel like he could have lost that fight. He got outboxed and stuff. He kept coming forward and stuff, but he really got outboxed by Sean McComb. So um I don't know if Sean McComb was just better than we thought or Barboza was worse than we thought, but it just wasn't a good night for
You know what we've
Barboza.
been getting in 2024? Not only the greatest matchups in boxing that we haven't had in a while, but we've also had, I don't want to say
Mhm.
disappointment. We've also had some, including yourself, had some fighters that just had a really bad day at the office. I mean, yourself,
Right.
Ramirez, Teofimo
hmm
Lopez. A lot of people could say the same thing about Josh Taylor, Barboza, Tyson Fury when he fought the MMA fighter. Um, it's a lot of people just haven't been showing up and bringing their best. I don't know what's going on. It seems to have a
hmm
spiral effect, but it's how you rebound.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely how you rebound more. Like for me, I've been there before. And I'm not gonna lie. Like my last two outings, it wasn't good. Even, and I'm one thing about me. I'm always honest, bro. I'm honest. I'm honest with myself. I know with Zorilla, it wasn't a good fight. It was just like a terrible. I was supposed to smash Zorilla, and that wasn't a good fight and stuff like that. And then obviously with the Devin Haney fight, that just it literally was just like it wasn't me. People said, I'm like, what happened? Like what happened to you? And I was like, bro, I really. Literally, like honestly, don't know. And I still have all the skills, the reflexes, all that stuff. I'm still fast, I'm strong. It's just like mentally wise, I just wasn't there. So maybe something going wrong, maybe something going around, maybe something is in the air or something like that. I don't know, bro. Everybody, a lot of people, they showing bad. And I think that, it's like kind of like a goes around, comes
Yeah.
around type of thing because, as soon as one of us look bad, people been talking about it. And as soon as one of us look bad, everybody got something to say. And I'm guilty of it myself, like as soon as somebody look bad, we always got a comment. And then we fight and then we look bad too. And it kind of all that stuff been kind of going around and stuff like I guess it's the age of social media, this Twitter stuff going on. I don't know. I don't know what it is, because yeah, T.O. didn't look good. I didn't look good. Josh Taylor didn't look good. Devin Haynes just got beat by Ryan after he fought me. It's just Barboza, Ramirez. A lot of people just haven't been looking good. So I don't know what it is, man. I
Well,
don't
we
know what's
hope it
going
leaves
on.
because it's been hitting the 140-pound division more than any other division. Let's keep it 100. It's the
Right,
stacked division. It's
right,
full of
right, right.
monsters in here, full of dogs, but it's been hitting that division. You never know who's going to show up or what fighter is going to show up. Let me ask you one last thing, and then we'll move on from this. Did Devin Haney have an off night, or was Ryan that good that night?
No, I think Ryan was just that good. I really just think Ryan was just that good that night. I mean, it looked like Devin tried. Devin was trying and stuff like that. It looked like Ryan was too good for him. I think Ryan was just too good. And I mean, I know they fought six times already, and from what I heard, I trained in Vegas for a little while. From what I heard, like Ryan did the same thing to him in the amateurs. Like they said Ryan like whooped him bad in the amateurs. When they sparred, he whooped him and all that. So it just looked like Ryan was just, it would look like he was too
How
good
much
that
of a,
night.
of a mental play does that role? How much of a role does that play mentally? That I've already walked through them, but at the same time, I want to get revenge. So who would you say the strength goes to? The one that wants to get that revenge, or mentally, I've already beat this guy. I've walked through him before.
I think mentally the one that man, like I already whooped him. I know what he have. You know what I'm saying? Because I had that same thing when I fought Ivan Redcash. That's the only person actually sparred with that I fought. I sparred him and I was like, oh man. When I sparred him, I was like, I was out of shape, just going. I used to, like for me like right now off season. I go in the gym and spar. I just like to spar and stuff like that. And like I go kind of. Not saying I go playing around, but I'm not all the way serious. And I spar with Ivan. I'm like, oh yeah, like it was. it was easy work. So I fought him, and I know like, oh, I'm gonna whoop him. I just knew like, oh, I'm a whoop him because I was in the gym sparring with him and stuff.
Yeah, I'll just say this: that cat's a little different, man. Yeah,
What
he's
are
a
you
little
talking about?
strange sometimes, man. But I mean, that's his
Yeah,
personality is a
Ivan
little
weird,
different.
bro. Ivan crazy. Yeah, he a little strange. He a strange character. I call him Lemonhead. I always called him Lemonhead.
Yeah, it goes there. Well, I want to talk about something. First, I'm going to promote something because I strongly suggest that you get this, and then we're going to move on to yours, and we're going to talk about your book. But first of all, if
Hmm.
you have not got this, Killing the Image, Andre Ward, make sure you pick up your copy today. This is
I'm
a
gonna grab
great
that
book. I
for
mean,
sure.
it it's you could tell he wrote it with his corazon, which means his heart, his everything that he has. He didn't leave
Hmm.
anything out. I suggest you get this. It's on eBay. It's on what's the other ones that we have? Amazon. All
Amazon,
that
all
stuff
that.
there is good.
Right.
Now, I do want to talk about Regis, who
Hmm.
released a book. See, I ordered a book already, but then I started thinking I should have ordered it from you so I can get a signed signature because it ain't all the time that I'm near New Orleans, my
You
man.
should have really. So what you should have did, you should have pre-ordered. If you would have pre-ordered, you'd have a signed signature, right? That's all the pre-order. All the pre-order people, they got we put a little special thing in there for them. So they got some merch and a
Okay.
signed copy. The pre-order people, So yeah, they got that. This it's one of them got a copy. Got a copy right here. One of them right here. So yeah, I'm officially an author, bro. That's another thing I can add to my resume. Two-time world champion. I'm an author, businessman. I got real estate. Um, what else? I've been in movies, an actor, all kinds of stuff. So this is just one more thing on my resume, and it's
You know,
keep
well,
going.
let's talk about the book. Let's talk about when you first it became an idea, and when you first sat down with somebody, and what was it like? Putting together because you didn't just have somebody take notes. You were hands on. According, your mom was very proud. She posted a lot of things right there about her son, which is
Hmm.
you, of course, and it's something that you accomplished. Not everybody can accomplish that while holding on to a career, while still being very active. Talk to us about putting together the book and once it was released, and what was that feeling like?
Well, it was released really not too long ago, bro. I mean, we've been working on this. We've been working on it since like 2018. Um, so one of my childhood friends, Ross Williams, well, start back all the way back over. One of my childhood friends, we played basketball together. His dad was the
Okay.
coach of basketball team and stuff. And so, we met later on in life, and we went to different schools and all that stuff. But we had met later on in life, and he wrote. He actually wrote two other. We met out here in Houston. He had a podcast, and I went on his podcast before. And then he was like, "Man, he brought the idea like, let's do a book for you one day eventually." And he already wrote two books before, and I read them, and that was real good. Like, and I'm not even lying, like, cause I read. I'm a big reader. I'm an avid reader. I read a lot, and so I read his books, and they was real good. And I'm like, cause for me, I can judge because I read a lot of books, so I can tell which is a good book and which is not. I like, bro, you really have a talent. So he brought the idea, and I think I met with him on the podcast probably in 2000, maybe like
Oh wow.
15 or 14 or something like that. So then, fast forward to 2018, he was like, man, let's do a book together. And so we all, we was just like, man, let's do it. And what he did, he just made everything super professional. And he gave me questions, and we used to do interview. We used to sit down late at night doing interviews, and we did a lot of voice notes. And I mean, it was a long, long process, but we finally knew when to stop because we had to have an ending point to it. So we knew when to stop. And I mean, long story short, bro, it's all right
I
now.
could just tell just listening to it, it had to be a lot of hours and hours of putting in that just the attitude of having it, the highs, the lows, the sads, the celebrations, everything in there, and it seems to be just by the reaction is something you're very proud of. So
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm definitely proud of this, bro. As I never thought that I'd be an author. I never ever thought that. I mean, I never thought I always believed in myself in boxing and stuff like that, but I never thought I would be like an author. This is something that's gonna last. The belt, I have all of my belts not behind me right now, but I have all the belts and all that stuff. But to be an author is something different. This is something my kids can they don't even, you know, they can read this when they older. Like right now, my son actually brought it to school. He read it a little bit, and but he not supposed to because it's not
Oh,
really a
okay.
children's book, to be honest. It's not really a book for kids. That's maybe like a 11 or 12th grader, but you know higher up. It's not for really small kids. But one day when my kids are old enough, you know, they can read it and they can find out things about me that they definitely
Yeah.
don't know. You know, a lot of people that I think that's a lot of misconceptions about me, and you know, seeing where I come from, how I come from, and how I grew up and how I was raised and stuff. And a lot of people probably don't really know that, and it's all in there. So you know, I'm definitely this is something I'm definitely proud of, and this gonna be
Well,
around
Regis, you
forever.
also know 2 languages, right? Or 2 or 3?
I speak Portuguese too. Yeah.
Oh, then you okay, yeah.
Right.
All right, right on. Because I
hmm
knew that about you, and I've heard you, a little bit come out of you, and I was surprised. I was taken back, and I was like, okay. And I remember,
Yeah, yeah. People don't even realize I speak. Yeah, people don't know I speak Portuguese, but only the people close to me because my wife is from Brazil, so I speak it with her. And when I go to Brazil, but I don't really speak it that much because I mean, if I don't need to, but I can speak Portuguese
yeah,
too.
yeah. So how's your buddy Dank doing?
Thank cool, bro. Thank all good. He out there in New Orleans. I don't know if he coming out here this weekend or not, but yeah, he out in New Orleans. He been thugging it. He been
Yeah,
cool.
that's a solid dude, man. I mean, he showed up with love when I was talking to him in San Francisco, and we did up bumping into a store together, and he just gave us the time of day, introduced us to his son, and he's 100, man. I mean, that's a straight dude, man. And
Yeah.
it's good to have solid people like that around you, especially.
Oh, for sure, for sure. One thing about me, bro. If you see people around me, I've been knowing them for over 10 years. Dank is over 20 years. Like somebody, Dank, that's not even like a partner. That's like my brother. So like I've been knowing him over 20 years now. Like, but most of the people around me, man, we talk about over 10 years. I keep solid people around me. I don't keep too many like new people around me and all that type of stuff. I really got like, I don't really have too many friends. I got like brothers. I really have real life brothers. So and I have a lot of people when I'm out I have a lot of people around me, but when you see these people been around for like like everybody over 10 years at least, everybody around me, you know what I'm saying? But people like Dank and Primo and all, man, that's like over
Is
20
Dank the
years.
guy you were fighting in Big Five with the gloves?
No, that was Primo.
Okay,
That was
yeah. I
Primo.
mean, yeah, that
Nah,
was
not
hilarious,
Dank, that
but
was
that was
Primo.
real though. That's what happens. I mean, that's what friends do when they pick up gloves. They just start smashing inside of the store.
We just go at it.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
he
We
came
just
on the
go at
side of
it.
you where you didn't see him, and he caught you one time.
And he just want swinging. Yeah, we just start swinging. We start
No,
fighting the
that's
big
some good
five.
stuff. What I want to ask you is, did you see the face off today with Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo? The
I
words that
saw
they
it.
had.
I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Yeah, I saw it, man. I mean, yeah, is one thing, man. I always say I hate the boxing business, bro, because you be like, man, you be cool with somebody 1 minute, and then the next minute you beefing when you can't stand them, and it's not even the people you fighting. It's like the business people, the people on behind the scenes. You know, like I had it, bro. Like I mean, my first manager, I was man, me and this dude was like this, but his contract ended and he gave me another contract that was worse. And I'm like, I can't resign. How am I resign with you? You gave me some more bullshit. So me and him was real like this, bro.
Yeah.
We was like super cool, talk every day, and it's like literally it's done. You don't talk to him no more. So for me, I'm a personal type of person, bro. I like the people around me and stuff. You know, I rather keep a relationship with people, but it's sad, bro. It's really just how it is. For me, I hate the boxing side, the business side of boxing because you know you can be like this with somebody, and literally the next day you never talking to them ever again. You know, and I've been like that with a few people, like trainers and people that manage you and stuff. It's like, bam, bro. Like it's really like sad how that shit happened, but it is what it is. You know, that's just how it go. You
Well,
know.
one thing I like about your buddy, and I'll say your buddy because you share the ring with him, Josh Taylor. Anybody that goes at
hmm
him on social media, he's one of few that have the balls to step up to somebody and said, "Okay, look, I'm in your face now. You're not hiding behind Twitter anymore," and literally just broke this
hmm
person. So I admire him for that, and I'll give him props on that. And it's no secret who he was talking to. It is what it is. That's part of the
Right.
business. You've always
Right.
handled
Right. Right.
yourself
hmm
with class, even when it was time for you to, the face off. You did your thing, but you never went over the top. There's been some times when you were pushed, and you made some decisions, but you've always brought it back down. You've always been you know, I guess it's your upbringing. Is that safe to say?
I think it's my upbringing. It's my upbringing and just me as a person, bro. Like I mean, well, sometimes I kind of got out of line and stuff like that a little bit, but it's like, man, you gotta realize, bro. At the end of the day, this is a sport. That's just what it is. And sometimes I lost my head, I lost my cool, with Josh Taylor, I lost my cool with Devin Haney for sure. But you just gotta know, bro. At the end of the day, it is a sport. And then after the fight, everybody will be hugging and talking and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying, like that. But yeah, it's like it's crazy because people most fans they don't think that that's real, that the beef is real before the fight. It's like you could have so much animosity and so much beef with somebody before a fight, and then after the fight, you like yeah, after the fight, you be like, man, you be so cool with the person, but the people don't realize, like, man, that's real because once you fought somebody, like, you don't have it no more. But before the fight, you
Yeah.
can't be cool with the person. You really gotta hate that person. You really can't stand them, and that's just how it is. And you're not supposed to like that person. You want to kill that person. But after the fight, it's done, and shake hands and just go about your way.
You've always been able to do that and, put things aside, and you've always been the same person, win, lose, or draw. I know a lot of people that had after party scheduled and they were not successful and the after party didn't exist. In San Francisco, you
Mhm.
left with your family to an after party. You guys still celebrated. You treated it as if nothing happened. The look you had on your face is like, you know what? Hey, it's like in baseball when these guys make an error, the professionals, they got to have a short memory and move on. And that's what you did. You displayed a lot of class and a lot of character. And remember I picked you up.
Mhm.
I picked you up off the ground,
Yeah.
bro, because I
I
was
remember.
right there with you, man. I was like, when I say with you, I was, bro. I mean, come on, I couldn't root for anybody as much as I did that particular day. I truly believe, without a shadow of a doubt, this
Hmm.
way is going to pan out. And but I was still there from beginning to end, man. And you were there with your
Right.
family. I would just say the PROGRAIS family runs deep. I mean, there was a lot of Regises running around.
Oh, we be deep, bro. That's one thing about us, bro. Even if they not progrades, we
Yeah.
we deep, bro. I come from that south, you know what I'm saying? So from the south, bro, the deep south, that's just how we is. Like we stick together. And the crazy thing about that, bro, like I came in the dressing room and my daddy was crying. My daddy not emotional at all. I guess he getting older, he getting emotional and stuff. Like he was crying and he was crying because of like everybody was embracing me. You know what I'm saying? Usually the thing is like I've been in both locker rooms. I've been in the as far as the winning locker room, the winning side and the losing side. You know what I'm saying? And the losing side is like people don't realize, bro, but the losing side is a powerful locker room. That's a powerful side because you really see who's there for you. You know what I'm saying? Like the winning side, of course, everybody can be there for the winner. Everybody can congratulate you. Celebrities come in and stuff like that. But like when I lost to Devin Haney that night, bro, my locker room was packed. All my people still there. Like everybody was like, man, I don't care about that. We still rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? That's how my people is. So I mean, you don't want obviously nobody
Yeah.
wants a losing locker room. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, man, that's important because you see who really there for you. You know what I'm saying? You really do. And my people, all my people was there. Like I said, my dad was crying, and he was crying because he saw like everybody embrace me. Like even celebrities and stuff like that. They coming in my locker room, man, you know what I'm saying, stand with my people and all that. Like everybody was there. It wasn't even like I lost a fight. That's what I'm saying. We went out to like a little spot after, and I was, thinking about the fight. I was down a little bit, but everybody was chilling. Everybody was cool. Everybody was having fun. It wasn't even a big deal.
And then you went on vacation. You went to the snow with your family.
Man, I always I go everywhere, bro. After that, I went to snow. I went to Puerto Rico. I gotta always go back to New Orleans. I be everywhere. Mardi Gras was right after that too. So man, I went
Yeah, you
everywhere.
continue to go over and do big things. Now, here's what everybody wants to know. Regis, first of all, are you going to stay at 140? And when can we see you back in the ring? Has there
Yes,
been any names? I know Matthias went on and called you out. I mean, we're talking about an active world champion calling you out. So, what's your take on that? And
that's the
where do you
fight.
see yourself?
Listen. I said that's the fight I want. I said it. I'm telling my people that's the fight. I'm doing interview. That's the fight I want. Give me a fight, then I'm going for the belt. That's it. You give me a comeback fight, then I'm going for the belt. That's what I want. Either Pitbull or Matias or both of them. Really, I'll go after both of them after this. You know what I'm saying? Give me a fight first. Give me a fight in the summer or something like that. Then I'm going for those belts. Pitbull, whatever, Pitbull, Matias, whoever, T.O., even Devin again, like whatever. Like give me a comeback fight. That's what they said. Give me a comeback fight. Then we going after
Have
that.
you reached out to Sean, or has Sean Gibbons reach out to you, Pitbull's people at all? Isaacs?
No, not yet, not yet.
That's a
But
good
I mean,
matchup.
that's for me. I think that's the fight that for me. That's the fight that I want, and I feel like it'll be a big fight. At the end of the day, I feel like, man, you give me a good, you give me a fight or two or whatever, and then after that, that's the fight I want, and it'll be a big fight. At the end of the day, bro, we all do this shit for money. Everybody just want the biggest fight. That's what everybody want. Everybody want the biggest fight. So I'm pretty sure that, and I know like with Matias, he doesn't have any names on his resume. You know what I'm saying? He probably thinks he can beat me and stuff, so that's why he's calling me out. But it's like, all right, cool. You need me more than I need you, and you the world champion right now. But you need my name more than I need you, so that's why he making a lot of noise. But he gonna get what he asking for sure. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm going. Like I got my plan, and my plan is I'm gonna get a comeback fight. Then I'm going after the world champions. I'm going after whoever got that bet at the time. Matias, Pitbull, whoever first, whoever next, don't matter. That's what I'm going
Is
after.
there a date when we can possibly see you in the ring? Will it be this year?
I don't have a secure date right now. I would think like probably summertime, July, or they telling me like maybe July, August. At first they were telling me March, then it was April, then it's May. So now then it's June, July. So it's just gonna keep getting pushed back. But I would think probably in July or August. But it's for me, bro, like even before the Haney fight, I told my people, man, I'm gonna call them when I ready to fight. Like Haney fought right back in April again or whatever. For me, I was like, I'm not. I know I wasn't gonna fight no time soon. After no matter win, lose or draw, I wasn't gonna fight soon. So because I have too much stuff going on, bro. Like in camp, when you in camp, you have to just only worry about fighting. That's it. You can't worry. You literally can't worry about nothing else. You gotta wake up and think about, oh, all right, what I'm gonna do today. All right, this workout today. But when you in, that's when you're in training mode. But like now, like right now, I wake up, I train every single day, but I don't have to think about fighting
Yeah.
all day. Like I just released a book. I just finished one of my houses in New Orleans right now. I'm buying another house out here in Texas. I have a foundation. So I have a bunch of stuff going on right now to where like, bro, I can't even like I couldn't even focus on like a fight right now anyway. But all that's coming to close really in the next few weeks anyway. All that'll be done. All that like the book is released. My house is finally finished and stuff in New Orleans. I just gotta purchase this house here, and then once I purchase this house here, then that'll be for the most part
How
that'll
many
be
houses
it.
you got, Regis?
Right now, like six.
Wow. Did you ever fix that one that flooded?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You talk about Katrina? No,
No,
that's
no,
I
the one
have.
it was
I
in
have.
Texas, I
I
believe.
have.
Yeah, I
Oh
was
yeah,
talking to you on
fix
the phone
that.
one time. You go, bro, I am literally in water right now. And you go, let me call you back.
Oh yeah, yeah, I fixed that one. Yeah, I fixed that one. Yeah, we gotta fix that. We had a freeze in
The
the when
pipes.
you have a freeze, you don't turn the ice. The pipes turn to ice and they bust. So
You
that's
talked
what
about
happens.
tattoos earlier. What was? Do you remember your first tattoo?
Of course, it was my mama's name. This one right here. My mama. I was 16 when I got this one right here. Yep. It was a cross with my mama. The crazy thing, bro, since I was young, I always wanted tattoos. And my daddy old school, so he hate tattoos. He think it's garbage. He really, really don't like tattoos. And I'm like, I always loved them, bro. So really, I actually got something under this one. I did a jailhouse tattoo under this
Okay.
one when I was young, with one of my partners. If you get it erased and you just keep
Yeah.
scrubbing your skin
Yeah.
off real, real hard and it get hot, you just scrub it off. So I put an aura in here a long, long, long time ago. I mean, this was probably when I was like 15, and my daddy he thought I was an idiot. He hate that shit. He hated tattoos and all that type of stuff. But yeah. Then I got this. I was my 16th birthday. I got this one, and my mama let me get it because I got her name. I got a cross with her name in it. And then after that, I just kept
Yeah.
going.
So let's give a shout out to who's the one that does your ink.
Man, this dude, his name is Ink Fiends on Instagram. His nickname is Head. His nickname is Head. He do all my now, bro. He do literally all my work. I got some small stuff done in Brazil last time I was out there, but just like a little small name. But like all my fire shit, all my fire work. the dude head in New Orleans, Ink Fiends. On his name, Ink Fiends on Instagram. He do all
While
my
you're always
stuff.
training, you always let loose the fro. Who tightens you up before a fight? No.
I don't got no fro no
Oh,
more,
okay.
bro. I
No,
got
what
the
I'm saying,
braids.
no, no.
I'm
Yeah,
dread. I'm locked up.
who
I'm
braids you
locked
up
up
before a
now.
fight
I
though?
don't got no
Before a
fro no
fight, who
more.
takes care of you?
This chick named Leslie. She the illest, bro. She the illest braider. Like she the illest, bro. She since she did my hair, I don't let nobody else do my hair. Well, I got another chick in California. This girl named Shaw does my hair in California. She's real good too. But the chick here in Houston. Man, this chick named Leslie, she do my hair, she do all our hair. She do my hair, she do my kids, she do my nephew, my nieces. Like everybody we know, she do all our hair. Like she literally, bro, she the illest with the braids. So, I'm locked up now. I got dreads, but I braid my dreads to the back and stuff so it don't be all in my face and stuff like that. But she the only one I let. It's two people in here in the South. She the only one I let in my head do my hair, and then I got somebody in
So how long's
California
the
too.
sit down when you're sitting down and until you're done?
Probably about
2
2
hours?
hours. Yeah, I would have 2 hours,
When
something
does
like
the
that.
headache
Yeah.
go away or the tightness? In a couple days?
I don't. They don't get tight. No, I don't get. She. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
She's so good, you don't feel it. They're not tight. Yeah, the chick that when I go, like she's
Oh,
so
she just has
good.
that
Like you
hand.
don't. I don't. Man, she got the hand, bro. She do my kids and all that. All my kids. She do all my kids hair, and my kids go to sleep when she doing their hair, and they be tight, but they don't feel tight. Like the braids, you can swim with them and all that stuff. They not gonna come out, but she the illest,
This is
bro.
this is a real story, man. And I'm gonna ask, are you gonna do any more acting? And before you answer that, I didn't even know you were in a movie. I'm watching this movie with my girl. We're eating popcorn, and I go, wait, I go, what the? I go, hey, rewind that real quick. I go, that's Regis right there. I remember I brought my phone out and stuff. So when I posted it, because of the copyrights, Facebook brought it down or whatever. But I was like, okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah,
how fun was that?
right.
How did that approach you? And is there any more acting in the future?
It probably be more acting in the future once I'm done with my career, bro. Like I said, when you're in training camp, you only
Yes.
gotta think about training camp. So, I can't really think about acting right now, but I definitely feel like I'll do it, in the future. And definitely, man, once the right people get their hands on this book, they definitely gonna want to make this a movie. Oh, for sure. They definitely want to make this a movie. I don't know if I'll acting or help produce it or whatever, but I mean, I might do something later. Later. I mean, I know a few of the Hollywood guys, the biggest producers in Hollywood, and I can get in the movie anytime I want. But it's just something I just don't want to do. And I think they like that. They like that about me. All like my Hollywood friends and stuff, they know like, bro, he don't want to do no movies. Like I'm a boxer. I'm a fighter. I don't want to, I think most people, if they know those type of people, they'll be, tweaking and they'll all
Yeah.
be so anxious about getting the movies. But me, bro, I want to be a fighter. That's what I love. I love. I wake up and I train every single day. I don't want to be I don't want to be an actor. I'm cool with these guys and that's it. I don't want to be an actor. So I don't think I will probably do that until, like I said, until my career is,
Well, you got a
finished.
couple of future things that are in hand. First of all, I mean, because boxing does have a small window. Uh, One thing you did let go, and I'm surprised you haven't done more of this. You're a great commentator, man. I've heard your work. And is it something that you're going to do more of, or was that just a couple times?
Maybe I mean maybe it depends, bro. You never know, man. You really never know what like what life will take you at. So maybe I'll do it one day in the future. I mean, I did it a few times and made a few little dollars and stuff like that. So and I know people want me to do it because I am honest and I just don't care what I say and I'm real honest. I'm real. I don't think I would do good working for. That's the thing. Me, I don't think I would do good working for the man. And they telling me what I have to say. I just say what's on my mind. So I'll probably be like a Timothy Bradley or something like that. Like, you might not like him, but he can
Yeah, I
say
was going to say that.
whatever he want to say. And I feel like that's kind of how I'll be. So, maybe one day we'll see. We'll see in the future, man. You never know what life will take you. So it might
Jamel
happen
Herring
one day.
has a great career in commentating. Nonito Nonair, Sean Porter, of course, Andre Ward. And you spoke
Yep.
about Timothy Bradley. I remember when we were in the bubble, the COVID bubble, Timothy Bradley, um,
Hmm.
I guess he didn't know the camera was on him or something. Man, he's eating a tortilla and a hot dog on ESPN. He didn't even care. So when they talked to him, they called him on it, and he embraced it and goes, man, I'm not done yet. And hey, he kept it 100 though.
Yeah. Now he be real, bro. I mean, the thing is about Tim, like, he don't say a lot of things people agree with, but at the same time, bro, you gotta respect it
Yeah.
because it's real. It's just like it's just it's what he feels, and I feel like I'll kind of be the same way. It's just, man, I'm just be I'll be real about what I see and what I hear. That's all. So I don't think I would do good working for the man. Like people telling me I think I'll be more like a Teddy Atlas too. You know, like Teddy used to just say whatever he want to say. You know, he got fired and stuff like that because he
Teddy's
just say
animated. I
anything. He
like
don't
Teddy.
care. And I think right. Yeah, I mean it's good. It's good. I feel like it's good, but then once you start talking about the big bosses, and then it kind of,
He
it
talks
kind of
about the
start,
guys that are supposed to be off limits. He don't
getting,
care.
yeah, he don't care, and I feel like, man, I might be like that too. So I don't know if I would be that good because you still got to work. Somebody still have to write your check.
The first time I met Timothy Bradley is a real story. I was introducing the fighters. I was ring announcing the very next day, but we were doing the weigh-ins, so I was introducing the fighters. And Timothy saw me before I grabbed the microphone on stage, and he calls me over. He's hand motioning me. I almost wanted to turn back, and when I came to see what he wanted, he goes, "Don't do it." I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You're fighting, right?" I go, "No, I'm not fighting." He goes, "You're not fighting?" I go, "No, I'm announcing." He goes, "Okay, okay." So I don't know what made him think that I was
Yeah,
fighting or what the conclusion. I never really brought that up ever again, but he must have saw something and he said, "Don't do it," which is, good advice.
yeah.
Regis, you talked about your book becoming a movie, that it should become a movie. Um, who
Yeah.
would play Regis PROGRAIS?
Uh, Probably me or my son.
Okay.
Probably,
Oh
my son
man,
looks just like me.
you can't get
He
away from
look
that
just
one,
like me.
bro.
So
You
you know,
can't get away from that one.
yeah, my son looks exactly like me. I have a cousin too. I have a young cousin. He's about 22, so I think he could play me, and he looks like everybody think that he's me. So when we stand around and stuff like that, everybody will think he's me. Like he got the same kind of mannerisms, the hairstyle, all that type of stuff. So they think he's me. So I think as an older version, probably him, and then as a younger version, probably
There
my
you
son.
go. There you go. I can see that.
If I'm not playing to
Well, they could
myself.
even forward it and play the future or think with the outcome, and then your dad will play you.
My daddy said he wants to play. He wants Terrence Howard to
Terrence
play him.
Howard. Okay, well,
Terrence Howard. He said he wants Terrence Howard to play him.
yeah,
That's
well,
what my
hey,
daddy said.
that's good company right there, and that's quite a big name right there. And your dad's super cool, man. I took a
Uh-huh.
picture of him. I just posted one, I believe, this week. Gave the thumbs up. He recognized me, and I recognized him just from talking and meeting him the first time. I believe it was on the Cepeda fight. And you got some cousins
Yeah.
too, man. I mean, your family's just warm, bro. They're a warm, embracing family.
Right. We from the South, bro. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we just man, we not bothered by what you have as a person. We bothered by we more moved and touched by who you are as a person, not what you have, and that's just how we are, bro. That's how I was raised and all that stuff. I don't care what nobody have, bro. If you a good person, like if I mess with you, I mess with you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care about like what you have and all that stuff. I can be, man. I can be hanging out with. It could be two people. It could be like Elon Musk and somebody else. If I don't like Elon Musk his just his whole personality, I'd rather go the other way. That's just for me. That's how I am. I'm not. We just never been like kiss ups and stuff like that. I don't care about that
No,
stuff.
you're a 100 person, man. I mean, you are who you say you are. There's a big fight coming up this Saturday. There's no undercard. I mean, but I mean, let's keep it real. But we got a big fight, a Cinco de Mayo weekend. What do you see in these fighters? Do you see anything leaning towards the other, or they both look the way they look right now as they're supposed to look leading up to a big fight? And we're talking about Canelo and Jaime. Yeah, McGee.
I'm gonna give,
McGee.
yeah.
Am I saying it right? Sophia? How do you say it?
Um, Jaime
Mungia.
Mungia,
Mungia. I want to make sure I say it
Mungia,
right. Mungia.
Mungia, yeah, Jaime Mungia, yeah. So I mean, obviously, I go Canelo way. Canelo is a legend. I definitely go his way. I saw the press conference today. It looked like Oscar's. He talking to him. He
Yeah,
getting in
I
his
saw
head a
that.
little bit. Yeah. So I mean, I still go with him. My wife she's a gambler. She's a bettor, and she actually bet on Ryan. She bet on Ryan, and she won. Nobody was betting on him. She won, and she usually, bro. She always like most of the time she has the right pick. I remember, man, with who it was with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, she was like Fury, and I was Wilder. I'm
I
because I'm
remember
the
that. I
boxer,
saw
I'm
you
the
in
fighter,
Vegas and
so
I
I
asked you,
just
and you said Wilder.
I always thought Wilder, bro, you know, and even the second, third, I was, man, Wilder, you know, but she was like, man, look, Tyson Fury is he gonna beat him and stuff, and then she picked Ryan to beat Devin, so and she won off of that, so but I think she's picking McGee and I'm picking Canelo, so we always go back and forth, but I don't know, it's hard for me to go against I'm a boxing head, bro. I'm a historian. I study. I love it. So it's hard for me to go against the greats. Canelo is a great, so it's hard for me to go against them. But you know, she's the better. So the betters they bet the underdog. So you know that's how
Canelo
it is.
knows his stuff. Somebody asked him about they were asking him about a complete fighter, and they asked him who has the best right hand in the business. He said Tommy Hitman Hearns. He said left hand. He said Julio Cesar Chavez, and he said best chin. He said me himself, and and he said best footwork. He said Pernell Whitaker, and he said the smartest fighter,
Okay.
and he said Mayweather. I mean, that is a
Right.
monster of a fighter. What stands out is I'm partial because I'm a Tommy Hearns fan. I always have and always will be. But Pernell Whitaker, nobody can touch that. It was effortless the way he moved in the ring, a southpaw, and just
Right.
I mean, Pernell was just something special.
hmm Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. But that was legendary, bro. I'm surprised. Well, I can't say I'm surprised that he know about Purnell. You know, I would think he'll watch other people. But yeah, I mean, if you that great like Canelo, you have to watch all the greats too. You know, to get the inspiration and stuff like that. Just to compare notes. So yeah. I'm glad he
Well,
watched
what
some
told
Purnell.
me something is because he didn't live up to the profile, the image. Usually, when you interview a fighter like that, it's very rare. I'm going to be because of the culture that he didn't name all 5 Mexican fighters. And the very last one, he said the
hmm
smartest fighter. He gave his roses and his, of course, respect to Mayweather. So that tells me a lot about the man,
Right.
uh, his outlook, and he calls it like he sees it as well.
Right. Yeah.
Because he could have
That's
easily said Salvador
that's good. That's
Sanchez
good.
or Pepino Cuevas, or he could have went on and named every Mexican fighter out there, and for damn sure he wasn't going to name De La Hoya. I mean, but you know,
That's somebody that actually should have been there. De La Hoya
De
was
La
a
Hoya,
monster, bro.
win, lose, or draw,
Despite
Regis, he fought everybody.
despite his personal thing, De La Hoya was the man, bro. And when he fought, De La Hoya was the man. I would have loved to see him versus Canelo. You know,
At
that would have been
154, that would have
a
been great.
fight to see. That would have been a fight to see. Yeah, him versus Canelo
I
would have
think
been
he
a fight
beats
to
him.
see.
I think Oscar beats him. But I mean, no, I mean, it's
Think
just,
so?
I think he does. A focused Oscar.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't say yes. I can't say no. I don't know. I
You know
really
what?
can't say. I
I got
mean,
to really think about that too, because
it's hard to
Canelo looked
say.
so damn good his last fight with Charlo.
Canelo beats, bro. Canelo look good. I like that style. Um, I don't know. I really don't know. I can't really say, and we'll never find
Well,
out.
Oscar did change, and I've said this a few times within the last 2 weeks. Oscar did change the sport of boxing because before he started fighting, it was 75% just men, if not 80%. When Oscar entered the ring, I mean, it was just full of females. He changed the sport forever.
Yeah. hmm Yeah, that's true. Yeah, all the women they start flocking to Oscar. That's true. That's definitely true. Yeah, all the women start flocking him. So yeah, kudos to Oscar for changing the sport, making women
Exactly.
fast.
And there's nothing wrong with having a good view when you're sitting there watching a fight, enjoying the fight. There's nothing wrong with,
True.
being around some beautiful, sexy people. God created a beautiful thing when he created a woman. I will
Yeah.
say this. I spoke about Charlo. Charlo made a statement today. Do you think he's just having a bad day when it was actually to Caleb Plant? And he said, hey, I apologize. You got yours in on me, but I apologize because I pulled your beard. And, I really don't want to do this anymore. I really don't want to fight anymore. I'm not feeling it anymore. Is that because of the bank account, or do you just have those days, or sometimes you just want to relax a little bit?
With them, bro. Listen, I grew up with them. I know them personally. You just never know with them, bro. Honestly, you know you never know with them, bro. Like they flip flop, and one time they like this, the other time they like this, and sometimes they be drinking. Sometimes you never know, bro. Yeah, you just with them, bro. It's just like you literally just never know with them. I don't know.
you made a statement, and I thought about that, and then I started giving it some life, and I'm thinking, I know the exact place where you can go to make your debut, but you made a statement saying that you wanted to try MMA.
I want to try. I want to do bare knuckle. I
Okay.
don't think I'm gonna do MMA. I think I'll do bare knuckle. I think that, man, it depends how things going, bro. Cause everybody know, bro, boxing is dirty. Boxing is just really, it just really is. Boxing is just a dirty sport, and I think that, the bare knuckle thing could catch fire. It could catch off when you start getting, better and better fighters. And I mean,
And Gulio
that's what
did
I
well.
want
He
to do,
won
bro.
by knockout
I
his
think
bare knuckle debut last Saturday.
who
And
who did
Gulo,
that?
yeah,
Oh, and Gulo. All right, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. For me, bro, I like it. I like that because it's like it's somewhere where it's kind of like the big three for
yeah,
basketball. Like those guys are
yes,
still really, really good, but they just can't play a whole season. They
yeah,
can't play that long, so their bodies can't take that. But like, and it's like that for fighting and boxing. Like, those guys they still can fight, but they probably can't their bodies probably can't take a whole training camp or that type of stuff. All that the wear and tear on their body, running all those miles and doing it, but they still are
yeah,
talented. They still can fight. So I like the idea of it, bro. I like it. And then the object of, like, everybody watches these combat sports. They watch boxing and they watch MMA because everybody wants to compare who would be the better in a street fight.
yeah,
Everybody wants to say that who what would happen in a street fight. But if you have bare knuckle, that's what you're looking for. That's it. That's the middle ground between boxing and
yeah.
MMA. That really is. It's like it, it's no other way to put it, because you have the MMA guys over here. They do all this stuff. They fight with the small gloves on, but they can kick and all that stuff. You have the boxing guys over here. Then you just take the gloves off them. It's really the mix between it. And I see like a lot of in this. I see like a lot of ex fighters, ex boxers, and then like ex MMA fighters. They go into this
Yeah.
bare knuckle fighting. So I like the idea of it, bro. I definitely can see myself doing it, but definitely in the future. Not no time soon, but I definitely can. I think I can see myself doing that in the future because I just like the whole idea. I like the concept of it. And I don't think it's as is. It, I don't know about the sport. I can't say it's corrupt or not, but it shouldn't be corrupted like it is, like
Well, if
boxing
you
is
do
right now.
decide to get in there, I know a promoter and somebody that'll help you out. His name is Mike Efromowitz. He's the vice president of Combate Global. So I mean, he does the whole MMA thing, but for a
Okay.
name like you, he could probably feature where there's a bare knuckle or them little gloves and it's stand up only. I mean, to put it on the card. So if you're really interested in that, we'll talk
Right,
about
right.
that
I'm
later.
I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm gonna do it. Like listen, I'm gonna do it, and I already put it out there to the world. So you never know. They might throw me a big contract. Say, shit, you want to do it right now? They might throw me a big contract right now. So, but I do see myself doing it. But the money always talks, and I still, for me, I still love boxing. I still love the sport of boxing. I can't leave boxing right now. I still love it too much. Even though how dirty it is and how dirty the crooked the sport is, I still really love boxing and this is what I want to do. And I want to become a champion again before I even think about switching
Real
somewhere
quick, I want
else.
to give a shout out to we have a Madera fighter. He's undefeated. He's 9-0. He was on the card of the but he was on the prelims. He wasn't advertised. He wasn't televised, and his name is Brian Lua. I got to send you some footage of him,
All
man,
right.
and I want you to critique him a little bit. And I'll set it up where you can probably give him some advice, man, because I think he has what it takes. It's just he needs to get the right team around him. And I spoke to him today, and he said he feels better with the new team that he has, but does he really feel better with the new team, or is he just relieved from not having the old team? So those are things that he asked me, and
Right.
I'm kind of going to point him in your direction because I think Regis, you have so much talent that you could even become an advisor.
I probably could, bro. I just don't think I don't know if I want to do that because boxing is so dirty, but you have to be
Yeah.
dirty to be in boxing. That's the thing. It's like you literally if you want to be somebody's advisor, you want to be somebody's manager, you have to, it's kind of like you have to be dirty. Like it's sad to say, but you have to be dirty. You have to be crooked to even be in this business. So I don't even it's like, man, I don't even want to stoop that low and get to that and be dirty and be conniving and doing it really is that's really how it is, bro. And it's sad, but that's how it is in boxing. Like you kind of got to be a snake to be in this game. you can't be straight and all that stuff because imagine you being a straight person, everybody around you is a
Yes.
snake. You know, they just gonna bite, they gonna chip at you. So it really don't matter. So in this game, bro, you really it's a dirty game, but you have to be dirty to even to play, to compete with them. You know, like the best of the managers are snakes, bro. The best managers, man, you all these guys getting awards and stuff like that, they are super snakes, but that's how you gotta be. So I don't think I would want to be like that. You know, not at this point in my career. I wouldn't want to be like that. I wouldn't want to be, you know, a snake and dirty and people calling me this and calling me that. I mean, I'm a pure fighter, bro, and that's kind of what I want to be
Well, maybe
instead.
that explains why I got kicked out of the press conference 3 weeks ago by a certain promoter, manager slash whatever you want to call him, and banned me from attending
Yeah.
the fight that took place in Fresno, my hometown of Fresno. I was not allowed in there. So
Damn. Well, you gotta. I might have to have some words for you, bro. Now you know me and him we go back and forth, but you know he like my friend and my enemy at the same time. You know that I don't even think we'll ever fight each other again. I fought he has a Zepeda and I fought Zepeda, but I don't think I would probably ever fight Ramirez. Maybe a Barboza or something like that, but I probably would never fight Ramirez. And so you know I holler at him, bro. I talk to him and stuff. We be good and bad and good and bad. That's how it is. That's what I'm saying. That's kind of how you gotta be, like how he is. Like, you know, we can say all we want about it, but he actually is a real good manager. He's a good man. He knows what he's doing. He's a real good manager, but you know, he just gotta be
I
he gotta
agree
be
with
how
you,
he
but it
is.
doesn't give him the right to speak to me the way he spoke to me in front of everybody. And I've had nothing but respect for him.
Yeah.
When his mom was sick in the hospital, I offered to pray for him. I mean, to pray for her. I've done nothing. When I had the platform, I've asked Bob Arum, "What do you think about this certain manager?" Only so he can say good things. And people came to me and said, "Richard, don't waste a question on him. When you got Bob Arum in front of you, ask something else." But I did it because who he was. His fighter, I
Hmm.
keep him relevant because I continue to bring his name up. We had his Mauricio Suleiman on the show last week, and I brought his name up. I brought his name up against Lomachenko. I
Right.
brought his name against Devin Haney. I bring his name up against you. I continue to keep his fighter's name
Right.
relevant. But it is what it is. I got tough skin. Boxing's a dark sport. It's a dirty sport. I just refuse from this day
Yeah.
forward, Regis, to be a doormat any longer.
I feel what you're
Before
saying,
I
bro.
let you
I
go, man,
got
what do
it.
you think about the matchup?
100%.
Because I got to let you go. Tim Zoo, Virgil Ortiz. What do you think about the matchup, and what's going to be the outcome, or is it too early to tell?
Um, I would say too early to tell right now, but I still right now, bro. Virgil is looking crazy. Virgil Ortiz is looking like unstoppable. You know. Now I know he's the only question mark I have for him is when he runs into some opposition, how is he going to respond? That's the only thing about it. He's gonna run to opposition. You're not gonna be able to
Yeah,
knock everybody out for forever. Even the great Mike Tyson, he ran into opposition. So it's about how you respond to that opposition. He's the last fight, bro. Like I said, it went 30, 40 seconds or something like that. So I literally, bro, I was by my sister-in-law house for a party. We was watching on TV. We walked outside and put on the phone, and the fight was over. Like, damn, that fast, literally from the walk to the car, from the walk in the house to the walk to the car, the fight was over. So, um, but man, I still would lean more towards him, but it's just about what's gonna happen when he runs into some type of pushback
some
and
type
some
of
type of
adversity.
opposition.
That shows a lot of character. Well, Regis, I can't wear this hoodie all summer, man. I got to sport some gear, man. I got to get a
You definitely
T-shirt,
can.
man. I got to wear it proudly. And
I got my shirts right. Listen, if you would have got a pre-order that book, bro, you would have had a shirt with the book. That's
well,
what you
we still
should
got
have
to get
did. You
that
should have
glove signed
ordered
because
the
it ran out of
pre-order.
ink. So that means we're gonna have to run into each other. Probably your next fight, I'm gonna have to roll over there again, man. But hey, let your dude know, man. I mean, I don't want to say it over the air. I just got to make sure I attend that fight. If I don't get a credential, man, I want to be there and watch and support you, man. Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely,
for
man.
sure, bro. For sure, for sure. We'll try to work somehow. I mean, I gotta talk to Matchroom and stuff like that and see what's gonna happen with me. See what's gonna happen with my next fight. Just figure things out. That's all. I just got to figure
Hey,
it
well,
all
you're a
out.
businessman. You look good right there, even though you're wearing the wife beater. It looks like there's where you're supposed to be, where you conduct all your business. I could almost guess that
This
that's
why
where
I
you
do my
find your
stuff. This why
serenity.
I do my reading. This why I do my reading. This why I do my interview. This why I do my conference calls. This why I do my business meetings at. For the most part, everything is
Should be a
right here in my
fly in the
office.
wall in that office, man. I mean, that fly would write a whole damn book itself.
Oh, the fly will write shit a few books. For
Anything?
sure, for sure. But that, anyways, bro. Before I go, make sure tell everybody cop that. It's on Amazon right now. My book, Stories and Lessons. Grab that right now, and
Well,
yeah,
when
that's
I get my
it.
copy, I'm gonna make sure when I read it, I'm gonna give you my honest feedback, and I'm gonna ask you questions like, "What did you mean when he said this? What did you mean when he said that?" So I'm gonna break it down and take my
For
notes down.
sure. You gonna have to, bro. You better. You gonna have to.
Anything else you want to say? The platform is yours.
Nah, bro, that's the main thing. Right now, that's the only thing I'm working on. The book is out. Go grab that, and hopefully we'll find out something for the next fight. The next fight, hopefully we can get something in July or August. I train every day, so that's it. That's all I gotta
Okay,
say,
you
bro.
got
Nothing
it.
else.
Now, when we log off, stay on for about 5 seconds and then log off, so then we can do the production later on. Because when you cut it too short, it is what it is, and it doesn't matter if I break the third wall and talk about it. It's okay.
All
Ladies
right,
and
go ahead.
gentlemen, I want to thank our guest, Mr. Regis PROGRAIS, two-time super lightweight champion of the world, working on 3, ladies and gentlemen. And it's always been an honor. It's been a privilege. He always takes time, and we keep it real, 100. Sometimes I feel like we're just talking and not recording. I want to thank our guests and give him nothing but the best. As always, it's a wrap. Thumbs up for Richie.
Okay, fight fans, it's not goodbye, but until next week. Remember, it's always voiceography at its finest. So on behalf of Richard Ortiz, the special guests, saying hasta luego, babies. And always, thanks for listening.